everyone. I want to echo what Gus said and thank the Guard for everything they do. Certainly makes what I'm going to talk to you about feel a little less important, but I'll bore you with it anyway. So I operate mo.com or mo.com. We're an internet publisher. We, on mo.com, we tell the stories of entrepreneurs. We do feature interviews with entrepreneurs, founders, business managers. We focus heavily on Missouri, being mo.com. Some of the other properties that we operate are eventplanner.com, motivationalspeakers.com. We just spun up businesstips.com and golftips.com. So that's what we do. We publish online. Gus asked me to speak about some of the Missouri businesses that we've profiled over the past 12 months, but I forgot I was going to have to make a quick announcement. I am going to have to abbreviate my talk a little bit. I've got a 14-year-old, an 11-year-old, and a 9-year-old getting off their buses in Columbia right now. So I'll have to make this quick, especially one of their former teachers is in the audience. And I don't want him to turn me into the Columbia Public Schools. So I'll make this quick, and hopefully that gets us all back on schedule. So what mo.com, some of the Missouri businesses that we've profiled are, one of them's in the audience, which is Digital Talent Agents. Ryan O'Connell's here with that company. If you haven't had a chance to speak with Ryan yet, I suggest you do. His company's doing great things. I actually had the fortune of being with the founder of that company when he was literally drawing it up on napkins, talking about what he wanted to do, and seeing that come to life. They're the classic hockey stick graph from when they started to now, where they're just rocketing upward. Every day I go into their building once or twice a week. Each time I go in there, there's a new employee, a new desk. They've taken over a new room. So they're doing big things. They do really great things for their clients, which their primary service is gaining their clients exposure on other major publications and niche publications. They try to position their clients as a thought leader or in a position of authority in publications like Forbes or a niche publication or Mashable, if you've heard of them, or Under 30 CEO, and they help their clients gain that exposure and be published on some of those internet publications. Another company that we work with that I'm pretty excited about, I'm actually part of kind of behind the scenes, is Service Noodle. If anyone's heard of Service Noodle, based out of Columbia. They're an online directory of service providers, primarily focused on Missouri. Something exciting they're rolling out next month is Missouri.com. So I'm a big Missouri boy. I love that we've got control of mo.com and Missouri.com. So Service Noodle will be launching a new site at Missouri.com next month, where they'll be doing more of what they do, offering information about businesses throughout Missouri. We'll also be doing some content creation for Missouri.com as part of our joint venture relationship. So I'm excited about that because we love to get Missouri businesses and managers exposure. We do all this at no cost, thanks in large part to generous sponsors like Rocket Group and MasterCard, who's sponsoring this event. They make it at no cost. So it's kind of a plug, but we don't get paid. If anyone in the audience is looking for free exposure in the form of feature interviews to tell your story, we have a pretty good readership on mo.com. We'll also be syndicating that to Missouri.com. We can get your story out on those two publications. Beyond that, that's the story of mo.com.
Any questions for Brian? All right. If you keep your hands down, that means you have a question. So raise your hands if you do not have a question.
Just a quick, I will say, if you are interested in being featured, you can either drop Gus a note, or you can catch me at brian@mo.com, brian@mo.com. Drop me a note. We'll expedite your, say you're at this summit, and we'll get you in the pipeline and get your story out there. It's a free exposure. It's
been great exposure. It's a lot of hits. Go through there. If you're interested in promoting yourself, like he said, not to reiterate, get in touch and get out there. So it's a pretty painless interview. Trust me, I know. Thank you, Brian.
Thanks,
and tell your kids hi. All right.